What's going on? What's going on, y'all? It is your boy Skywalker the Jedi back at y'all with another one. Y'all could be anywhere else in the world right now, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. You guys are all amazing. Thank y'all so much for being troopers. Shout out to everybody that's catching this live, as well as everybody that will be part of the replay crew. Seal Nation, Cool Table Family, Mikey Verse, Forever, Syndicate Network, One Family, One Umbrella. Much love, y'all. Shouts out to all the members. This is a members only chat. I did want to just kind of speak with you guys today. A lot of you guys have been the biggest supporters, um, or all you guys have been the biggest supporters of this platform. And this conversation is really for you guys. I'm making it public, but I'm really here for you guys. We gonna have this conversation and we gonna rock out. I promise you guys, just stick with me to the end of the stream, and all of that has been happening is gonna make sense. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. We're gonna have this discussion and y'all can tell me whether or not I'm tripping. But much love to all y'all. Let me get caught up with this chat real quick. Oh my goodness, we got 3 new members already. Shouts out to Charles Austin. Dude been keeping to the code this whole time and really putting in a lot of work. Shouts out to JMar412. Shout out JMar, right? Glad you could be here. Welcome to the Jedi Mafia. We also got our Curly Ray coming into the fold. Shouts out to a Curly Ray. Much love, everybody. Let's get caught up with who's in the chat already. Right, we got Sin Havoc 5150. What's going on, Sin Havoc? We got Music City Soul. DC Talk with Extendeds in the building. Bad Dan's Thoughts is in here. Right, Mama Bear Art Doll. Thank you, Mama Bear. Neo Sevens, who's actually sponsoring the stream, and it's dope that he's doing that because I'm about to pull out the flamethrower, bro. Real talk. That flamethrower need to come out tonight, and we're gonna get to it. Much love to the Creed in the building, right? All y'all, all you guys are amazing. Venkata's here. Yeah, shout out to Venkata. Man, the whole fam's here. We got Josh Herrera in the building. Said the antis are coming. The antis are coming. Hey, we gonna get to it, yo. We gonna get to it. We got Integrity 101 in the building. Much love to Integrity saying nothing is over. The mission is the same. Hey, look, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that, Integrity, because, you know, people trying to come up off sale, trying to come up off Zack. Right? We got Neil Sevens gifting a membership in the Allen Belt. Well, here I am. Hey, much love to Allen Belt. Man, this is going to be a dope stream, guys. Hold on one second. Still here, very much under the weather, but we rocking out, right? For sure, for sure. Shouts out to everybody that's in the building, and also all the people that will be catching us on the replay. As I said before, let's get through this rigmarole so we can get started because I got a lot to say. We're gonna roll with the 2K people. Make sure that you guys are liking the content, sharing it out, subscribing, becoming a member. You know, we trying to get there by the end of 2024. Marching along very nicely. Happy with the platform's growth, and overall, what we are more than anything else looking for is not necessarily like numbers or viewership, membership. We are looking for impact over here, like, and we're just well aware that get into that 2K sub mark, like, right, it will increase the impact and the way that we can amplify these messages. But make no mistake, this thing is about impact first and foremost, and effectiveness, and that will always be the case. That will never change, guys. We never gonna switch up and start acting all different. You know what I'm saying? Like, the mission is the mission. We've been very consistent, and I think that's why you guys have been rocking out. I'm pretty sure that that's why y'all been rocking out the way that you have, and I'm just giving you my continued word that we will continue to do that in the future. We will be that light in a world full of darkness. You know what I'm saying? Like, when everything else is not making sense, y'all can look to this platform and everybody that kind of rocks out with us, right, to be bringing you guys that message of consistency and always trying to just shine a light on these situations that people will have you all up in arms about when really it's not even that big of a thing at the end of the day, and or also may mean something entirely different than what they're trying to make it seem like. So we're gonna get to that. Y'all just hold on for right now, and we'll get this conversation started shortly. These hashtags is why we're here. Hashtag sells ZSGL to Netflix. Hashtag sells Snyderverse to Netflix. We've been uh, pretty much like at the forefront of these conversations, and making sure that Netflix knows that Zack has always had a sizable subscriber base that's willing to engage uh, with these films and shows or whatever form that it takes place, if they're able to facilitate that for us. And I think we've been doing a damn good job of that. Hence, all of the progress that we've been making throughout this past year. And we're just looking forward to doing bigger and better things in 2024, and probably trying to make sure that this is the year that this thing gets done in. So if you are going to rock out, we ask that you guys follow 3 rules of engagement, which are: one, be positive. We're engaging with the current home of Zack Snyder, and I'm gonna get to all that stuff later. Rule number 2, we ask that you guys don't mix these hashtags, as when you do, it dilutes the message, right? And it kind of includes what we're talking about in other conversations that have nothing to do with what we're doing over here. So we will continue to not mix these hashtags, and anybody that's really rocking out with our side of things wouldn't do so either. And we just ask that you guys don't do that moving forward. Rule number 3, we ask that you guys don't tag, mention, quote, tweet, reply to, or anything of that nature anybody over at WBD, which is including but not limited to James Gunn. So as long as you follow those 3 rules of engagement, we can all rock out and be happy. You know what I'm saying? And these rules have been put in place since the genesis of this idea, and they've really been like one of the main reasons why we were really there. We were able to isolate ourselves in these conversations from other things that just had nothing to do with what we were asking for, or what would really bring us to any kind of uh, conclusion quicker at the end of the day. So we also ask that you guys sub to ZSJL to Netflix, and also follow ZSJL to Netflix on Twitter. Also, if you would like to sponsor a stream, whenever you guys give super chats, they will be tallied up at the end of each stream, and you will be following a future one. I mean, you'll be sponsoring a future one, just like the homie Neil Sevens is, and you'll have your name down scrolling across the bottom banner. There's also a membership level um, that will provide your logo on multiple streams per month. So make sure that you guys are checking that box if you would like to become a member and help the channel out that way. We're just trying to make sure that we are carrying this conversation forward in a great way and giving back to you guys that give to this platform. So take one more look at the chat before we get started. All right. Yeah. Wait, hold on 1 second, y'all. I forgot one thing that was kind of important. Tripping. I'll be right back. Right, because we're gonna get to it. I think that this time I really spent off has really helped me. Wait, hold on, just hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna be quiet. Okay, we're back now. All right, so I was saying the other day that this time that I've kind of spent off, I think has helped me in a lot of ways. Kind of refocus on other things, and just kind of increase my awareness level on certain situations. Um, I heard about this news when all you guys did, right? I heard about this news when all you guys did, and you know, I I saw what was happening, right? I saw how you know I saw the tone of the videos that was coming out, right? I saw the reactions from people on social media, right? And I sat back and I thought to myself, I'm like, yo, um, what would I get from responding right now, right? We got the homie Mr. West Ashley Peely Swain in the building, right? Peely Swain. Shout out to Peely, yo. This is super, super dope. Right. So look, um I'm sitting back and I'm like, yo, I'm about to just wait and see what everybody says. Right? Like, why trip? Like, why trip when I saw what was going on and I know what's going or I think I got a pretty good idea and I'm gonna share what my idea about what all this means is with you guys tonight, and we'll see which one makes sense, right? But if I'm already kind of knowing from information that I've been told and other things, is just like having some common sense, like knowing what has been happening leading up to this, and then um, kind of seeing what is also at the end of the road, right? So that is the prism in which that I'm looking through this information, right? So it's like, okay, if you know what's been happening before and you know what's going to happen at the end of this, then it gives you a, um, a much clearer perspective about the time, of now, right? So as I'm sitting back in real time and I'm watching these reactions, I'm just like, yo, this is quite interesting, right? Like this is completely interesting, and I, I'm just like watching and I'm seeing things moving, and it's like, yo, all right, but what does this really mean at the end of the day, right? Like, is this the end of the road, right? Like, are we to pack our bags and be like, oh yeah, this is it, guys, right? I mean, is that what we were supposed to do? I, you know, I, I'm not really sure. I think I know what they want us to do, right? And we're gonna talk about that right now. We got the homie Cool One Only with the $2 Canadian super chat. Say, how's it going, man? What's going on with you, Cool One? Feeling a little bit better. Trying to take this thing one day at a time, right? But yeah, I'm still in pretty bad shape. I ain't on front. So I also got to conserve my energy a little bit because when I start getting on stream with y'all already know, like I be on here and I just start wilding and it just be like, and I gotta, I start getting passionate. And so I gotta, kind of watch myself. But we here, we rocking out and we appreciate y'all. Right. Much love to the homie. Let me go ahead and give you this drop. Right.
I told you, Steppenwolf would fail. Yes. Yes, you did.
Yo, amazing, amazing, right? But yeah, we're gonna talk about what what this means first. Um, let's get to it. We got Scott Stuber, head of Netflix film that has stepped down or will be stepping down. It was formally announced, right? And yo, this dude has been with the company since 2017 and has like since he's been there, they've grown in size and reach and stuff tremendously, right? So uh, having him in that seat, um, you know, Scott Stuber endured through the height of the streaming wars, yo, and this dude led them through the victory. They are the unchallenged streaming king on planet Earth, right? Um, and it's like, what can you say, right, about somebody that has taken that company from where they already were and then brought them to even higher heights, right? You can only tip your hat to somebody like that. And yo, I wish this dude all the good energy and good fortune going into the future, right? They've already, I mean, they've already stated that, you know, he's going to be working with Netflix in the future, as I'm sure. This is pretty much like starting up his own studio, right? And um, the timing of all this is curious to say the least, right? It was just announced, right? Like, yo, I what's hilarious is you had people trying to paint this as this guy was fired, right? Like they just had the biggest fourth quarter subscriber growth ever, right? And they've had all this massive success recently, things that he had a particular hand in, like green lighting and bringing to fruition, right? And you got people trying to say this dude got fired. Yo, this is like so wild, man. This is a really wild time. Hey, shout out to SPR Dave, right, with the $2 super chat. I appreciate the love and the support, sir. Let me go ahead and hit you with this drop real quick. I'll be right back. Hold up. No, wait, hold up. Hold up. No, no. I don't want to do that one. I want to do this one.
It is the sound of your death. Goodbye, Mr. Henderson. My name is Neo.
Right? Nah, this is great. Right? So it's like Netflix is getting all these wins, y'all. They getting all these wins, y'all. Right? Massive success, no matter where you look. And when it comes to just like from the film division, right? Hold on, shit happened 1 minute. Wait, what happened? Right. Yeah. No. He said, allow me to break down. Yo, said, allow me to break down the monthly report for Netflix. 28 days equals 1 month for stock and financial report. 28 days is broken down to 4 weeks. 1 day is 7 days. 1 day is 24 hours. That's why I'm laughing. Come on, yo. It's an important business points. We got the homie Curly Ray with the $5 super chat saying something happens to Netflix. Rebel Moon's failure is the blame, says Antis. Right, bro? Even if, even if they just had the biggest fourth quarter growth ever, right? Especially in December. It's crazy, yo. It's crazy. Nah, but we gonna cook, y'all. All right.
I know the DC fans love you in the DC world, but you've said goodbye. Is it final?
I mean, it's is anything final? I think that feels.
We're getting deep here. We're getting deep here.
We are a little busy at the
We're
moment,
busy,
though,
but
so.
I just look. I've learned a lesson, and my lesson is never say never. So we say.
Thank you, Zack. I appreciate it.
All right. Yeah. It shouts out to the homie. Right. Yeah. No. We're gonna get to all this, show, because I think that there's a reason behind all these weird movings and weird goings on uh, recently with this news, right? Um, the fact that this dude that has like really led them through the streaming wars, you know what I'm saying, and really had them come out on top. I just think that it's super weird and super in poor taste to act like they just recently fired this dude. You know, um the the reasons that um that were given, like, hey, he's gonna end up uh forging ahead with his own projects, own TV stuff, own film stuff. Like, why continue to kind of be pigeonholed, right, into just not really doing it for yourself if you're him, right? Like, what left does Scott Stuber have to prove in terms of like being the head of Netflix film, right? The streaming wars are over, people, right? You know, but yet you want people um to like just continue on into perpetuity. Man, look, if I'm him, I'm glad that, what I'm saying, that I was able to kind of go out on a high note with like the largest ever fourth quarter subscription boost. Like, why wouldn't you want to leave the company in a better situation than like what you found it in, right? And I think that he did nothing but that, right? And um this is this is a great time, and I wish this dude all the best, right? But as much as I wish Scott Stuber the best moving forward, I know why y'all here, right? Y'all not here in totality to just hear me talk about Scott Stuber, right? Let me tell y'all what's up, right? Because we got this topic and we got one more. What this means for Zack Snyder Cell movement. The answer is uh absolutely nothing. Like, the mission has not changed. The mission will not change. Just like Sin Havoc stated Scott Stuber is not in charge of licensing deals or finalizing contracts. You know, the entire entity of Netflix is much bigger than one person, right? So I know that while he understandably and rightfully so got a lion's share of the credit, because when you are the head of film, right, when things are not going well, you're gonna get the blame, and when things are going well, you should get the credit, right? So yeah, all the or a bunch of the credit should go to him, and but us over here, we are much more mindful about the path going forward. You know what I'm saying? And what is really on the horizon, right? And I think that even if you look at what was in the article in its totality, right? Like not just, hey, yeah, he is leaving, right? But I mean, if y'all can't see the play, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just take a walk down this road real quick, okay? So Scott Stuber, right, is a big proponent for Zack, obviously. You know what I'm saying? So we already know about that, right? Now, comes out and says, hey, we rocking with this Zack Snyder sale thing, right? We want the Snyderverse. The more Zack we have, the better we are, right? Speaking for Netflix, in general, right? Now, Netflix already has that locked up with a contract, right? So Zack's been very, very happy over there and has made that abundantly clear, right? Because and look, he has made that so abundantly clear recently that you even had an article try to dig up an old quote about him being interested in going back to WBD to go do the Dark Knight Returns, which was like way before. That was like pre full circle, if I'm not mistaken, right? That was like pre full circle, right? So Zack and Debbie and everybody over there. I mean, from the time that we were when we were at full circle, Zack and Debbie made it abundantly clear that their allies were Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdi, and how much of a great role that they kind of played, and all in bringing full circle to its fruition, right? So he spoke as to being really cool with them and having a great relationship with them, and then not that long after that, right, because y'all know how it goes in these articles, right? Like it's publicly kind of put out after that, right, that James Gunn is like the end all be all. So it's like, okay, right, and the homie, rest in peace, Mikey Sutton even told y'all, right? Like, yeah, they're kind of just gonna let Gunn and them do their thing, right? So it's like, all right, cool. Now, so mind you, the last bit of information that we've gotten has all been about Netflix, right? He ain't mentioned going back to WBD in hella long, right? It's been just Netflix and on since Full Circle, pretty much. Right? So since Full Circle, it's only been Netflix, right? When we were starting this campaign, when we was reaching out, trying to get go ahead to use our logos on the sell shirts, which had Netflix on them. They reached out into the people being, they reach out to Zach's team, right? Shout out to Wes. Right. So Wes gets back and like, yo, just take the Netflix out and it's all good. We're like, all right, cool, right? Because we're hearing, hey, it like it's all good, right? But we just can't really, like we can't stamp the Netflix thing yet, right? We can't stamp that yet. So it's like, all right, cool. So they get back to us with that. We take the Netflix stuff out. Fast forward to full circle, right? Famous video where I asked Zack to sign my hashtags, right? Even with me knowing, like I went into that knowing, like, hey, I already know that he can't rock with the Netflix thing because we already heard that from the t-shirt incident, right? But like now it's like, yo, but I couldn't just not, you know what I'm saying? Like ask the guy, right? So I'm like, yo, can you sign my hashtags, right? So Zack, once again, kind of giving me that look. Wait, hold on. I'll play the video right now. Why I even gotta talk about it? Why do I have to walk you guys through it? Right? Where is that thing? Where is that thing? Here we go.
Oh man. Look, we are approaching the man himself, Zack Snyder. Zack, yo, big, huge fan, yo. If you could sign for me, and it would make my entire life, Zack. Yes. If you could sign the hashtags that I put out, sell ZSJL to Netflix and sell Snyderverse. Yo. Woo. Hey, is he gonna do it? I don't know. Yo. Oh my God. Ah, yes. I love it. Thank you so much, Zack. You're amazing, sir. Can't wait to be here tomorrow and to finish this whole thing out. Exciting. Yes. For sure, yo.
Right? So Zack famously, right, can't put the Netflix stuff out there, right? So he signs my poster, Snyderverse, sell it. Right? Signs the poster, Snyderverse, sell it, right? Which I thought was a masterful compromise, right? But still showing support because he know what's up. Right? Hold up 1 second. Where that? I thought I saw a super chat. Right. I thought I saw. Did I see a super chat? Oh, here we go. SPR Dave saying, how does one become a member and sell Snyderverse? Yo, the memberships, it should be down near the chat button. It should be down there below. You can click on that and they have the levels. And if you want to just, he was just saying, yo, and sell Snyderverse. Yeah. And sell that shit, man. Nah, it's getting sold, SPR Dave. It's getting sold, and I'm about to break down exactly why I think that this just points more towards what we've been talking about than possibly anything else before, right? But we'll see. We'll see, right? Let me hit you with this drop real quick.
For the Dark Knight Returns, but
wait, actually, no, not that one yet, because we're gonna get to that one, right? Hold up, here's the drop, bro.
Good stuff. Real quick, Zack. Shout out. Last question is, I want to ask you not about the legalities or like the probabilities or anything like that, but can you just speak to the resolve of your fan base that now that we're trying to get this thing sold to a third party?
The fan base has consistently been amazing and consistently, look, regardless of what I think, the fan base has their own ideas and they seem to win.
So look, uh, Zach signs my poster, right? But still can't lump Netflix in, y'all, right? I need you guys to follow this, okay? So we try to do the t-shirts. They say, yo, we love it, but can't say Netflix. It's like, all right, cool, right? So then we go to full circle. I'm like, Zach, can you sign my poster? Zach, like, man, I love it. Can't say Netflix though. Right? Like, you even see this man contemplating, right? Snyder said multiple executives at Netflix want the Snyderverse on Netflix. His replacement literally helped finalize Zack's contract with Netflix for 10 years. Nah, we're gonna get to that, Sin Havoc. We gonna get to that, bro. We gonna get to that. Cause you a little bit ahead. I know it's just, you know what I'm saying? Just let me get there. Right? Right? That's what I'm saying. No. We gonna get to it, I promise. Right? So yeah, look, Ocean Fresh says the news from Full Circle was supposed to be a time of celebration, not quarrel, right? Who brought the quarrel, right? But I'm gonna get to that in a second, right? He said, Seal sees poster, runs away through Art Center parking lot yelling. The fact that really happened. That was a real moment, dog. He's like, yo, Zach wrote that? I took off running, bro. Right? Look. So it's crazy, right? But you know, there's this thing, guys. They rocking out, but they can't say Netflix, right? So we're just chugging along, right? Engaging, keeping the conversation going, right? Just doing what we got to do. Cartoons and serial engagement events, streams, Twitter spaces, right? Talking to the people, taking questions, making myself available to talk to y'all, right? To let you guys come up and ask me questions. Whoever, those Twitter spaces is open, right? But so, yeah, everybody's rocking out, but they can't say Netflix yet, though, right? So fast forward to, then the DCEU ends up on Netflix, right? Then everybody's like, oh man, here we go. Like, this is positive news, right? Like this is what's happening. You know what I'm saying? So after a little bit, Scott Stuber come out and he's like, yo, like this whole Zack Snyder shell thing, right? Like, Netflix is rocking with it, right? So for the first time, Netflix actually chimes in and say, yo, we want Zack shit over here, right? We need that, right? I took that as a sign that contracts and negotiations. First of all, I already knew. I told y'all back in fucking July or June, whenever I heard that they was talking. I've been told y'all that, right? And I told you guys about what I heard specifically concerning the DCEU ending up on Netflix, right? Zack Snyder's Justice League, right? That's going to end up over there, right? But hey, I'm sure that when that happens, we'll be back here having the same conversation with the same people trying to say, hey, this doesn't mean anything, right? Right? But hey, I'll get to that in a moment. So, Netflix answers the call for the first time, right? And then, so that gives Zack the alley-oop, right? Because Zack ain't said Netflix this whole time, right? But then something changed. And what was that? Let me show you guys what happened.
For The Dark Knight Returns. But I don't know if Netflix finally has it and you could hypothetically continue. Would you be open to it?
If Netflix had owned the rights to the DC characters in my extended universe, of course, I would absolutely whatever. Yeah, no question.
Fans will be very happy.
Yeah.
I will be very happy. And about
right? So Zack comes out and openly says Netflix now. You know? And this is before Rebel Moon dropped. Right? So now it's like, oh my God, like this thing is solidified. Right? Like he's on the record now. Netflix. Mind you guys, this whole year, we couldn't say, well, we could not say the word Netflix. Right? Zack in no way, shape, form, or fashion could be connected to asking for his DC projects on Netflix. Could he encourage, like a bidding war? Of course. But actually, him stating Netflix kind of ends the bidding war. Right? Not only am I telling you guys that, but Mikey Satin said that as well. Did he not? On Night Shift? Did he not? Multiple times say, hey, nah, Zack got to keep the bidding war going, guys. He wants a bidding war for this thing, and if Netflix gets it, then sure. But he's not just going to come out and say Netflix, because that would end the bidding war. Right? So what does Zack do? Comes out, ends the bidding war. Says, hey, if Netflix gets it, I'll do it. Right? So, then you fast forward, Rebel Moon comes out. Smash it. Smash it. You know, smash it. Right? Did better than their expectations. Right? And has been the biggest launch of a new IP on their platform ever. Or one of their best investments ever. In terms of like, getting back what you spent on production and marketing. Oh yeah, they getting back more than enough engagement. You know what I'm saying? More than enough engagement. Right? So they winning. Hey, Zack's doing a masterful job. Right? Now we're on the cusp of part 2 about to come out. You know what I'm saying? They're already marketing that. You know what I'm saying? Everything like, it's like this thing just keep chugging along. You know what I'm saying? And then now we get Scott Stuber, who, mind you guys, who had a big part in all this stuff. Right? Stepping down and saying, hey, I'm going to go start, my own like little thing. You know what I'm saying? Right? Because I think it's about time for me to get into, some movies and TV shows and stuff like that. Right? Go create my own like little studio pretty much. Right? Don't nobody find that like the timing of this a little odd? Right? Nah, they know Rebel Moon. Look, Rebel Moon, yo. Hold up. Is it this one? Wait, no. Man, I got all kind of like stuff. Right? Oh no, that's just them saying that ain't nothing even about to change after this dude gonna leave. Right? Them credited the gains to the strength of its IP. Right? And literally, Zack is the first feature film that they mention. right? But nah, right? Oh yeah, nah. Here we go. Yeah. Largest sport courses. Yeah, nah. Hold on. Yeah, nah. Look. So, does anybody find this a little bit odd? Here's what I think is about to happen, and just you guys tell me if I'm tripping, right? So let's just say that I'm Scott Stuber. I'm gonna put myself in Scott Stuber's shoes for a quick second, right? Okay, hold up. So I'm already in effect like a studio head because I'm head of Netflix film, right? So I already know that I got a track record of leading them successfully, right? I just led the biggest streaming platform through the streaming wars and came out on top. It's already over. You got other places consolidating and all that, getting out of the business almost, right? And I'm sure I'm making a bunch of money, right? I'm sure I'm getting a bunch of money being a head of Netflix films, right? But I'm thinking, but maybe since I already know what I'm doing, right? Maybe I can go do this on my own, right? And run up the bag even more, right? And if I have this wonderful relationship with Netflix that I obviously do, right? And if the homie Zack is about to, be doing this whole justice, if they're gonna be bringing Zack back to the level that I think that they might be, right? Like, I mean, just maybe, like maybe, just maybe I can like get in on this thing on like a whole other level. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if I got my own company and then I was to somehow get involved with this thing that I kind of like I pretty much helped make this whole situation possible, right? So I could be in this as the head of Netflix film where there's kind of like a cap on what I'll be able to make. And, obviously, I mean, it's shareholders and it's a whole other thing, right? Or, they have like their hierarchy, right? Or I could probably get in on this thing on another level where it's my company involved in it as well. And then I can make sky's the limit on how much that I could bring in with this thing, right? You literally already got Netflix saying, hey, we ain't about to change up nothing anyway, right? Zack is about to be so busy over on Netflix, y'all. Like everything that this dude is about to be doing is gonna be on Netflix. So why in the hell would anybody try to come over here and tell you that literally, like, when this whole time he couldn't mention Netflix. This whole time. Right? This whole time he couldn't mention Netflix. Then he's able to mention it. Now all of a sudden, hey y'all, it's over. Right? And everything that, Scott Stuber said, about them, the more Zack, the better. Obviously, like we want more DC Zack stuff over here, right? All of a sudden, that just don't mean nothing no more, right? Right? Nah, we're gonna take like we're gonna take every bit of news that oh nah, this is a bad thing, right? Nah, they talk about Toby Emmerich. Nah, Toby Emmerich not going to Netflix, y'all. Facts. This is crazy. I think this is. I think that's the play. I think that is what you guys are seeing. I think Scott Stuber knows what's coming. Got these relationships with Netflix and with Zack already, right? Why not go start your own company and then get in on this thing on a whole other level instead of just being the head of Netflix film, right? Where obviously, right, like their wants and needs are always going to come before, right, like what you want to do personally, right? So yeah, I totally see this dude going to go start his own thing up because he knows what's coming, right? Yeah. Nah, this is a say, yep, simple business. That's what I'm saying. I think this is come on, man. Like we don't see the play right here. I mean, tell me if I'm tripping. Tell me if I'm tripping. Right? Like this whole time from beginning to end, hey, they can't mention Netflix because they want this bidding war. If you say Netflix, the bidding war ends, right? So this whole time, right, even after I asked Zack at Full Circle, people tried to say, hey, well, maybe we should be talking to Amazon. Maybe we should be talking to Tubi, right? They sell Zack Snyder's Justice League to OnlyFans, right? People was making all kind of stuff up, right? Making up all kind of stuff. So those situations, like it was cool to speculate then, and hey, those night shift episodes are still up, everybody. Don't Zack can't say Netflix because it's gonna end the bidding war. Right? So this whole time, right? From the t-shirts to Full Circle, couldn't say Netflix. Then there comes a point where Netflix responds. Now all of a sudden Zack can say Netflix, right? But we're supposed to take that as, nah, this is a bad thing. In instead of this potentially being a play and a sign that this thing is even closer to happening than we may even believe, right? By the fact that you have Scott Stuber seemingly maneuvering to probably get in on this thing on a whole other level. Man, this is wild. He said, it's not just that, Scott. What if he and Zack are planning something together beyond the Snyderverse? Yo, whatever they gonna do, but it would still be on Netflix. That's what I'm saying. Like, this dude is gonna be on Netflix for 10 years. For 10 years, y'all. Y'all think they signed this dude to a 10-year contract to let him go back to WBD? right? Y'all think that they gonna sign this dude to a 10-year contract and have right, like, yo, Zack is their investment at this point. They invested big time in this dude, right? Like, why would you even allow something like that to happen? They ain't dumb. Sin Havoc says ZSJL is its own IP. That's what everyone needs to understand. Once ZSJL shows up on Netflix, it's sale finalized. Bruh, that's why we've been saying once probably the Emerald Cut end up on Netflix, bruh, the first hashtag is finito because we done with that aspect. Then we gonna move into phase two, which is sell Snyderverse. But yeah, we know what's up, right? How long I've been telling y'all? How long I've been telling y'all? J Mark said Netflix is built differently. They ain't gonna put up with that corporate espionage bullshit that both WB and Disney pulled over. In fact, it ain't the same thing, right? That's why Zack said his Justice League. To my Justice League characters, right? Yeah. Yeah. Said a lot of the move on crowd tried to throw a monkey wrench and say, yo, we gonna get to it soon. We gonna get to it soon. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Ain't nothing changing, yo. Facts. The nicer we are, the more they'll engage, and the louder we are, and the more they'll invest. Facts. Right? No. Like, that's what I think that this means for Zack Snyder's sale movement. Me personally. I don't know. I may be proven wrong, but from what I can see, this has been in the workings this entire time, right? Like it's like, hey, Zach can't mention Netflix, can't mention Netflix, can't mention Netflix. Now all of a sudden that he can, Rebel Moon comes out, big, huge success. Scott's like, yo, I helped y'all to this point. I'm about to go off over here, go make this other bread. We can work together in the future. You know what I'm saying? Bringing y'all some projects, and we gonna get to it, right? 100%. So, that's it on that, right? Now I want to lastly get to why I think that we got this kind of response from this news. You know, as we've continued to march forward, right, and the more noise that we've made, the more that we've continued to just move forward and try to make our voices heard and make what we wanted clear, and to just boost uh the broad, like, the bandwidth, rather, right? The more that we've increased that, hold up, we got something that saying Netflix is broke. Haha, they just secured a decade plus deal with WWE. Who's broke now? No. We're gonna get to all that, bro. Right? We're gonna get to all that because I've even seen people talk about, yo, like, they about to be canceling their Netflix because of this deal, right? Which is weird, man. Yo, I gotta let me get to this, right? Because that's part of this as well. I've seen everything from sale is over, you know, Netflix ain't buying no more they ain't licensing no more IPs when that shit is like nothing was said of that of the sort, right? I've heard I'm canceling my Netflix because they're getting sports and stuff and they may have to increase the price a little bit, right? Which I think is ridiculous if you're gonna be getting more Zack Snyder content and Rebel Moon stuff, all kinds of different things. They bring in live sports, WWE, investing. I mean, what if the damn Snyderverse ends up on Netflix? Are we gonna cancel it then? Right? Are we gonna cancel a platform that has a whole bunch of Zack stuff on it? Right? So we just not gonna watch Army of the Dead because they got to go up a couple bucks, right? Oh my god. Anyway, right? Yeah. I've heard, and from everything from that stuff to personal attacks, right? To not only myself and Leon of the New Geeks and a whole bunch of you guys out there, but I've seen criticisms of our posters and stuff for for the cell movement, right? No, it's just been coming from all directions, right? And I think the reason that you've seen this is because a bunch of these peoples are fucking Warner Brothers plants, yo. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Like, what else would cause this type of response? Just from the jump, right? From all the arguments and stuff that we've been having to have, and the constant pull to use the restore hashtags, right? The attempts to try to, what I'm saying, to cancel us out and say that we were. I've heard everything from we were liars, grifters. They called us homophobic, right? I've heard everything. I've heard it all. All this because we've been engaging with Netflix, right? And the closer that this thing has gotten to Netflix, the more things have, the more people have just been behaving strangely, right? Like, there's all these attempts to say, hey, I don't rock with those people, but I'm gonna still use the hashtag that they came up with and they rock with and that they are pushing forward, right? And I'm gonna use it in like this way to try to, dilute what they're saying, right? I'm gonna copy I'm gonna copy off their homework every time and try to do all the things that they do, right? But while I'm also, calling them toxic at the same time and trying to cancel them. And it's funny because I was kind of replaying this conversation in my head earlier. The last conversation that I had with that person that used to rock out with us and then started acting weird on the internet, right? And what was wild about that last conversation with that person was how many times that this person offered to continue supporting, right? And that, hey, I'll keep making posters, and hey, I'll do this and I'll do that, right? and then not 2 days later had went on the internet and tried to cancel us and was calling us liars and, all types of stuff. And then said that, they wanted nothing to do with it. Right. And then went on and started trying to dilute our message later. Right. So as this movement has only, continued to amplify its message, these are the types of things that we've been dealing with, I don't think that these things are an accident. Whenever you have a coordinated kind of thing that's all coming out at one time, just think about, right, like what is trying to be pushed, and why is it trying to be pushed, and why is it happening right now, right? And I think if you look very closely at the the trail, the breadcrumb trail that I just laid out for you, I think that it's pretty clear that these people know that this shit's about to happen. And some of them, right, they could have, hold up, where is that drop at? Right, hold up. Is this it?
Yes. Mighty Steppenwolf, who might have sat here by the side of the Great One, but undone by his self-pride.
Right, like some of them mad, because they could have been here. You know what I'm saying? They could have been here. They could have been here rocking out, right? They could have been here participating in, engagement events, right? Getting that sweet puff. I'm all about that puff, right? That sweet, glorious clout. Could have been getting all that. And all they had to do was rock out. Right? That's all they had to do. But no, that's not what they chose to do, right? What they chose to do was be undone by their self-pride. Right? I saw my mistake. I slaughtered those who sought his throne. Oh my God. Right? And so they want to be witnessed. They want to be acknowledged. Right? Right. Oh my God. Neil Simmons is on it. He said, in a casino, when someone is on a hot streak, the house sends in what they call a cooler, someone who disrupts the flow. That's her story. Yeah. Right. So we just been here rocking out this whole time, right? It's funny because that same person said that we excommunicated them. Nothing of the sort. If we excommunicated them, why were they offering to still, hey, I'll still do the posters. I'll still, hype the trending events, right? All that. It was all like it was all good, but we was toxic though. Right? It was all good, but we was toxic. When I offered, hey, like I'll even still mail you that picture, with the thingies. You know what I'm saying? The one that I got signed by Zack that's sitting right over there. I was like, you can't get that one though. You can't get the one Zack signed, but I can get you the other one though, yes. right? So I'm like, yeah, like I'll even, still mail you that, cause you've been rocking out, it's like even if you're gonna step away, which is how this was portrayed, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if you're gonna step away, right? Like, it's all good. You still the homie, right? And then, 2 days later, we're toxic. You know what I'm saying? Even when this person tried to tell us, right, like, yeah, and I don't wanna I don't wanna hurt the movement by leaving. I don't wanna damage what you guys have been doing. It's like damage what we've been doing. It's like, no, we just gonna rock out. Sad to see you go, but we just gonna rock out. Still the homie though, right? And now here we are, all this time later, still can't get over the fact that you jumped off a train that was on its way to its destination. When you jump off a moving train, you don't hurt nobody but yourself, right? And the only reason I'm bringing this up is because I think that this is a perfect example of why we get these types of responses, right? It's why you got who the homie Leon affectionately calls the alcoholic, sitting there talking about some, yeah, well, this is a campaign you guys can get behind, right? Release ZSJL and IMAX, right? Let's all crowdfund ZSJL and IMAX when Warner Brothers should be the one paying for it. But let's force the fans to pay for it, right? Let's force the fans, guys. You guys don't want to crowdfund ZSJL, right? Y'all don't want to crowdfund a worldwide ZSJL release? Man, this is crazy. So the only reason I'm putting this on wax, Bad Dan said it best. So we're boycotting a company, but also at the same time, personally fund a way for them to make money. Personally, bro. We gonna personally crowd fund worldwide some shit that's gonna cost thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars per screening. Not per screening, guys. But we gonna crowdfund. No. Thank you, Sin Habit. If WBD wanted ZSJL in theaters, they'd have released it in theaters, bro. Real talk. So, we've gotten flack from all these people, from all these Snyder fans, right? And once again, personally, when I was, running through that last conversation in my head, right? And I'm listening to this person, that's been rocking out all this time for sale. And I'm listening to this person tell me that they don't know what, that they don't know what the purpose of our mission is, right? And I'm listening to this person tell me, right, that Zack didn't mean anything by signing my poster that way, right? When I'm listening to this person tell me that the end game, right, of what we're doing doesn't really have much meaning, right? Like it can't come to fruition, SPR Dave says, I hate some of their negativity. I've been saying you guys got me hyped, and that we can get and we can help get this done in a positive manner, right? 100%. We're gonna get to it, SPR. No. Look, and I appreciate you supporting the platform, bro. Let me go ahead and give you this drop, dude.
You see this all the time at the level of the top producer, who, between them or separately, will make flop after flop after flop after flop. I'm not going to name them, but I know who they are. And they're not all American either. And they still get paid huge sums of money for being in films that nobody wants to see. And producers make pictures out of which they take enormous sums of money. And the films, again, are not films people want to see. They're always going to blame somebody else. Always. Not their fault. No, you were the one who said, or whatever. And there's a word for that. It's called upward failure. You see it all the time.
Right. Thanks for the support, SPR. Right. But back to what I was saying. So when I hear that the opinions of internet commentators, content creators, faceless YouTube avatars, when I hear that those people's opinions mean more than Zack Snyder's opinion, I have to take pause, right? Like, and once again, when you look at the totality of this, I think that that is a perfect example. Perfect example. And you know, some of y'all, they be like, yo, like, why is it that Sky, Leon, and all y'all, why don't y'all just come out, you know, and nuke this situation, right? Ain't the time for that. Ain't the time for that. But when these situations are playing out in real time, and you guys are seeing this in real time, and I'm getting people hitting me up, right? Concerned and like, yo, what's going on, Sky? You know, why is all this? And I'm like, oh, yes. Like I'm I'm getting all these different, you know, pieces of information. Sky, what's going on? Why is this happening? Right? We can't come out here and say nothing. But at the end of the day, like I said many times before, when you have the truth in your back pocket, why overreact? At the end of the day, when this sale thing comes to fruition, I done said it, you know, a whole bunch of times. I'm gonna say it again right now. When sale comes to fruition, we will have an open and open and honest conversation. And hey, I'll even do an open panel where I'll let y'all come up here and ask y'all questions, right? And everybody can, you know, and hey, it'll be an AMA. Ask me anything. Shout out to the new member. We got Castello's way in the building, right? Yeah, right. So yeah, that's why we come in here and we talk about these situations. That's why we come out here and we give you guys the real about what's going on, right? We ain't overreacting, right? We ain't never gonna jump out the window, right? Mama Bear, stop it. We ain't jumping out the window. You know what I'm saying? And nah, it ain't even that kind of thing. You dig? Bad Dan's thoughts, right? Y'all know Bad Dan be in there clowning. Look, y'all put y'all last questions and comments down in the chat. We're gonna close this thing down in about 15, 20 minutes. Right? Yeah. Hashtag heroes. Nah. Whenever you see all these people at the same time, right? All kind of coalescing um around the same topics, same talking points. You know what I'm saying? Just know that that's what the hell is going on. Right? Said also came out right after David Ayer endorsed sale. For sure. Right? But nah. None of that mean nothing, guys. Right? None of that mean nothing. Everybody talking about Netflix. Right? Yeah. Said you looking better, Sky. How are you feeling? Man, I'm feeling a little bit better. Y'all know every time that I'm on here, I'm able to interact with y'all and um it gives me a little bit of energy. I ain't gonna front though. You know what I'm saying? Next, like I be kind of messed up after these streams. But it's always good though. Oh man, we got Nessa Noel in the building. What's going on, Nesta? Thank you for the $2 super chat saying, hey y'all, been here listening. Always a pleasure. Much love, Nessa. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you being here and supporting the platform, always listening, hanging out in these chats and being part of these conversations, Real talk. Let me find you a drop. Let me give Nessa this one. Yeah. Oh man, homie Bad Dan coming through with the $2 super chat saying, restore claim to support Ezra, yet boycott the Flash. Bro, I remember when we was doing one of those Trinity spaces, right? I remember somebody sneaking in a little, oh yeah, some little vague shot at the Flash, and I was like, what the hell, And I was kind of I was on the space, and I was like, wait, that felt weird, But I was like, hey, if that's what's going on, then hey, I guess blah blah blah. But I didn't really know, and then I looked at it later. I was like, man, what the hell? And then all of a sudden, later we supposed to boycott the Flash, and I'm like, bro, The Flash is trying to tie into the Snyderverse. Like, what are we doing? Like, yes, the end of the movie got butchered. Yes, some things got butchered. But like, was Andy Muschietti and all that? Like, was the overall overarching theme of that film not trying to embrace itself with the Snyderverse? Like, come on now, right? It was the same stuff with Black Adam. They said, "Hey, we supposed to boycott Black Adam," and it had Henry Cavill Superman in it. Then we end up getting confirmation from Mikey Sutton, rest in peace, that hey, when they boycotted that movie, that's really when the Snyderverse chances ended over at WBD, right? So, yeah, right, and they literally brought in James Gunn right around that time because of the tracking for Black Adam, right? So they successfully get us to boycott this film, right? Or not us, because I went to go see it twice, right? But they successfully convinced a whole bunch of the fandom to boycott Black Adam, right? And then, which had Zack Snyder's Superman in it. And then, when the Flash came out, which was another film, right? Zack even said he was going to try to go check it out. Later said that he liked the movie. They said that we should go boycott that too, right? And now those same people trying to tell y'all that, hey, Scott Stuber leaving Netflix means that the Snyderverse is over. This is wild, Joe. I'm just saying, seems like some weird things going on here, mid brethren. But let me go ahead and hit you with this drop real quick.
You hear that, Mr. Anderson? That is the sound of inevitability.
Right? Hey, I feel you, Integrity. I feel you. He said, yo, bummed him out that they was boycotting those movies. Hey, it did me too. Yeah, shout out to D. Broderick for grabbing that membership. You dig? Right. Yeah. We got the good Austin in the building. What's going on, Austin? Shout out to the cool table. The Flash is in the building. Right? Yeah. But, I'm just saying, I don't think that any of this is by accident. I think that this is just another another example of right towards the end of this thing, there's like these attempts to kind of step in on what we've been doing, dilute it, or even potentially try to divert the attention to other people, right? And be like, yo, this is why this thing is actually going to come to fruition, and it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. These were the same tactics that were deployed last time in order to kind of shift the credit from like the people that was really pushing release the Snyder cut forward, and a lot of those same people evolved into the restore the Snyderverse movement. And you saw what happened with that. Like, it really wasn't going nowhere till the homie Cell came and put it on his back and carried us for as far as him and Mikey Sutton did, until the eventual reboot, right? Money Train says, I blame WB for the Flash and Black Adam failure. They was never going to bet on it. They had to make $1 billion each for Zaz and not give whack ass gun to back. Yo, I don't even think they had to make $1 billion, bro. I think Black Adam, bro, if that movie would have made Like I was always kind of going back and forth with Mikey because I was like 500, 600, and he was definitely like around that 6, 7 mark, definitely. But I don't even think it had to make 1 billion, bro. I just think that it had to, it needed to be more of a win than it really was, right? We needed that Zack Snyder audience, and a lot of the fan base successfully kind of tricked a bunch of the other fans to stay home, right? And you see what they was doing; they was leaking stuff, right? Hey, real talk. Black Adam didn't go to China. If it would have made it, if it would have went to China, it more than likely would have made enough money because they be rocking out with Zack's projects and projects that's in that same vein from the DCEU, right? So, yeah, I really do think that even if it would have just got to China, I think that it would have made more than enough money. Right? It's in Havoc said Black Adam mentioned gods and specifically the Anunnaki, Sumerian history. That's why it was banned for most of the world. Right? Hey, because they was talking. Right? Hold up. Hold up. I don't see. Oh, yeah. And then it said that, restore claim to support Cavill. Yeah, boycott Black Adam. Real talk. Right? Come on, man. The bad dance. But bro, you know that his hair, bro, his hair curl wasn't correct. It wasn't like in the middle of his head enough. You know what I'm saying? They wanted it to be a little bit like more towards the middle, right? And the suit that he had on, even though it was the Man of Steel suit, like literally the same suit from Man of Steel, um, you know, it had been in the dryer too long, bro. It was like, yo, I'm not really feeling the way it looks. It looks like it's a couple days too old. They didn't know whether or not, you know what I'm saying, that it was the same suit, even though it was. So I don't know. I don't know what that was about, bro. I guess they were supposed to use the Justice suit. Maybe it was supposed to mess his face up like in Justice League. I don't know. I don't know, bro. But let me give you this drop real quick.
I liked Zack a lot as a guy, and he was an incredibly thorough. He did all his own storyboards and stuff, which I think influenced me when I went on to my movies and do the same thing. And I saw how incredibly prepared he was. I thought it was great.
Koopy Malik says, does anyone here think that those boycotts are orchestrated? To me, it appears so. Hey, I'm just saying, right? Money Train said China don't play. Y'all see how they did Finn in Star Wars, make that black guy small on the poster. Hey, I remember. Right? Turned on most of the cast, bro. Yo, I saw somebody talking about they didn't, bro. Everybody turning on Gal Gadot. It's weird, bro. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, man. Like, we didn't turn on Zack, we didn't turn on Henry, turned on Gal, we turned on Ben, bro. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. Say Cavill didn't use the proper calibration device, man. Y'all tripping, man. Said Restore lost its direction, then got infiltrated. It's dead. Bury it. Unite under, you know what? Yeah. Seeing Happy being here cooking, boy. Look, yeah. Uh-oh. She said 3 more likes. She said 3 more likes. Says Mama Bear. Pat Cancer Restore basically wants CSL 2 and 3 with everyone except Raven. Said they basically want CSL 2 and 3 with everyone but Ray Fisher recast, right? This is crazy, bro. I heard that they want a younger Batman now. All right. The good Austin says, let's all remember when Scott was talking about Zack Snyder. He was saying he was the head and the talking head of Netflix, right? So so he spoke on behalf of Netflix for sure. Man, we know what's up, man. We know what Scott was talking about. Scott did not disappoint. And let me tell y'all what I saw and what I experienced when all this madness and stuff was going on, trying to create these narratives about what was happening with this Scott Stuber situation.
For dark side. Not impressed.
All right, hey, this is real talk. Yo, he said the ROEs are basically a way to verify you're not a bot / still unite under sell. Yeah, like look, the ROEs are like a captcha. You know those ways it'd be like, yo, fill this out if you're not a bot. You know what I'm saying? And that's just all it is, bro. It's a way for us to tell who's really rocking out and who's not. That's it. Right? Hey, we got Sil Abdul. Welcome to the Jedi Mafia. Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. We got the big homie in here as a Jedi Mafia member, a mafioso. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Right? Oh, man. Shouts out to the big dog. Let me give y'all this drop real quick. Because, wait, what was I just thinking? Where'd it go? I don't know where it went. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
You still owe the Great One 50,000 more worlds. He will hear your plea when you pay your debt.
Yeah. So, yeah, the real fans, the diehard fans are uniting over here. Recruit the salvageable people over at Restore. Look, all we doing, bro, is pushing forward, and we going to continue to try to just be that beacon of hope, right? Like I said earlier, that light in the darkness, right? Where every time that, it seems like things is looking bleak, right? And it seems like the whole world is trying to push you into one direction, right? Just tell me why. I'm sorry. That was cheesy. But just when you see these situations playing out and You got people trying to create these narratives and like, really have like these orchestrated kind of attacks. Just take a step back, ask yourself, why is this happening? And hopefully whenever we come out and address these things, we can do so in like an open and honest way where we're just continuing to have these conversations with you guys and be adults while doing so, and not be trying to flip flop and get you guys in all types of hypes and highs and lows and tizzies, and nah, we just gonna continue to stay the course. And I know sometimes that might be boring, right? I know sometimes it might be hella boring for me to just come out here and read you guys these ROEs, right? And it's like, yo, everybody got their part to play. You know what I'm saying? And as long as they keep as long as they keep trying to push forward certain narratives with their large platforms and microphones and stuff like that, which are sometimes inflated and overstated, but we just gonna continue to be here giving y'all the truth and being entertained or being entertaining while we're talking about this stuff, and hopefully that'll just give y'all the energy to continue rocking out and to move forward. So we about to get on out of here. It's been a pleasure, and I'm still resting up. I'll be back with some more content soon. I'm glad that you guys was here to having this conversation with me. I'm glad that I could engage with the members of this platform and bring this to you guys as like a members only chat, because the people that have been investing in this platform, I know that you guys have been rocking out, and just know that we gonna continue doing what we doing in a focused and effective way. So I'm about to get on out of here, and we're gonna be back soon with the next one. Y'all have a good one. Peace.